For over 10 years now, the concept of the Anthropocene, a new era defined by human influence on the planet, has moved beyond its original geological context into various academic fields and popular discourse. While discussions on this topic have been diverse, spanning sciences to arts and media, there has been limited effort to critically examine the underlying assumptions of this concept. In this, Wilke outlines a critique from the standpoint of gender and race studies, post-colonial perspectives, and the necessity for a moral framework for global environmental justice. If humans are indeed the primary drivers of planetary changes, then it falls upon the humanities to investigate the new paths ahead. The humanities focus on exploring intellectual creation and challenging dominant narratives, myths, and ideologies, engaging with essential questions about meaning, value, responsibility, and purpose, especially in a time of escalating crisis. To embark on this critical perspective, it is crucial to recognize that the concept of the Anthropocene presents a substantial challenge to the core beliefs of Western philosophy, particularly Immanuel Kant's transcendental philosophy. Kant made a distinction between what we, as humans, can comprehend and the thing in itself, das Ding an sich, which lies beyond our understanding. Human perception is limited to what we can directly sense. Kant's emphasis on human subjectivity significantly influenced how the relationship between humans and the natural world was perceived, often favoring human existence over non-human existence. If we accept that there is no direct link between abstract ideas and actual experiences, we are left with a position akin to a transcendental anthropocentrism. This implies that objects conform to the human mind before they can be understood through human cognition. The idea of the Anthropocene fundamentally challenges this presumption. In this age dominated by human impact, all interactions between humans and non-humans occur within a framework of interconnectedness. In the Anthropocene, there's a need to reconsider how we relate to nature. The predominant Western approach often centers on visual observation, like the famous painting Wanderer Above the Sea of Fog by Caspar David Friedrich. But can we imagine other ways to connect with nature beyond just seeing? Is it possible to have a multi-sensory experience of landscapes that doesn't rely solely on personal perspective? Carl Gustav Keres, a contemporary of Kant, proposed a non-visual approach to appreciating landscapes through his concept of Lebenbildkunst, earth-life painting. This romantic painting style, influenced by Kant's ideas, not only involved accurate observations, but also conveyed an understanding of how each element in the landscape is interconnected with its surroundings, often through specific uses of light. More recently, the land art movement offers another way to explore our relationship with the environment in the Anthropocene. This involves artists creating art directly from the natural environment, shaping elements like soil, rocks, and water into new forms. This approach combines artistic expression with a commitment to sustainability and ethical treatment of nature. It draws attention to both our connection with nature and our capacity to alter the landscape, highlighting human influence in this new era. In the Anthropocene, we're challenging the traditional ideas of Immanuel Kant, which separated human understanding from the true essence of things. Instead, we're reimagining non-human reality as intertwined with human reality, interacting on equal terms. It's important to recognize that the onset of the Anthropocene coincided with the age of exploration, driven not by all of humanity, but specifically by European civilizations seeking valuable resources. Similarly, the significant increase in carbon emissions in the 18th and 19th centuries was predominantly the result of European industrialization and colonization efforts. The term Anthropocene can sometimes mask the fact that a small portion of the world's population, largely representing European cultures, played a major role in shaping this new era. This one civilization's values, economic models, and consumption patterns now dominate the framework of the Anthropocene. One critical perspective notably absent from the scientific discussions on the Anthropocene is the post-colonial viewpoint. This perspective emphasizes that we're not dealing with universally applicable social, economic, and cultural structures, but rather specific political, economic, and discursive systems of power that have profoundly influenced world history. To truly understand the Anthropocene, we must scrutinize and challenge the foundational beliefs and ideologies of these regimes. A robust critique of the Anthropocene requires not only a post-colonial perspective, but also an environmental justice framework that acknowledges the active role of nature and the environment. Unfortunately, these aspects have not been thoroughly explored in current discussions of the Anthropocene. Strengthening our critical framework with post-colonial and environmental justice perspectives is essential for a more nuanced understanding of social and cultural dynamics in an age where interconnectedness and global mobility are paramount. Recent discussions in environmental humanities caution against an uncritical celebration of technology as the solution for a sustainable future in the Anthropocene. They warn against falling into the trap of believing that humans can manage the Earth system entirely through science and technology. It's crucial to critically examine the discourse surrounding the Anthropocene, including its foundations, implications, worldview, and consequences. This includes questioning the role of humans as geoengineers, and the potential risks of assuming too much control over nature. In this vision, nature is no longer seen as an independent force, but rather as something shaped by a powerful humanity determining the Earth's future.